Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Jackson looking to throw right away. Being chased out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the completion good for 6 yards. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing is Jackson. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They go play action with Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go play action now. Jackson. This is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got this to Pickens. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. 31 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson now. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So that his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picks it. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught. It's Austin left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing Jones. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. In motion, the tight end. After the sack on 1st down, Jones under pressure. They got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as from the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Jones. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin there to make the grab. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Jackson. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The slot man in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Flushed out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And he's the new general to lead this offense. They got him off the free agent wire, and they think he could be really special, in this system especially.
No doubt about it. It's almost like they feel like, hey, he's on the cusp of greatness. And they feel like, just as you said, in their system, he'll blossom.
Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Justin Malabike in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Boswell's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. But in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones. And he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game.